What a year! We survived state tests. We survived the Regents exams. We survived 180 days of, can I go to the bathroom? Right in the middle of a lesson, right? The state test this year, oh, we spent months preparing, months. And then the kids walked in, sat down, and looked at the question like it personally offended them, right? Let's talk about the Regents. The Regents were something else, wasn't it? Right? Nothing builds character like watching a teenager stare at an essay prompt for 45 minutes and then write 2 sentences. But we want to talk about the real events of this school year. The Christmas show. Yes, K through 8 all on one stage. The kindergartners were too adorable. The 8th graders looked like they were being held against their will, which honestly they were. No. The 8th graders were amazing too. Shout out to Miss Onika. The Bulldogs, oh yes, they had a year. Wins on the court, wins on the field. The kids were walking around like they owned the building. Go Bulldogs! Which brings me to 6, 7. Now, none of us knew what this meant. We asked, we Googled it. The kids couldn't tell us. They were all looking at us like we were the weird ones and just walked away saying 6, 7. It's 60, was it 7? Not 66, not 68, 67. Apparently, it was hilarious and we may never know why. And we've just accepted that, right? But you know what? That's Bsnbcs. Chaotic, loud, completely unpredictable. And somehow, every single year, it works. Live from Bsnbcs, it's Teacher Take Over!
From the Bsnbcs studios, this is your morning news with Miss Samuel and Mr. Murdoch.
Good morning. In national news, Juneteenth is the federal holiday celebrating the emancipation of enslaved people in America. It commemorates June 19th, 1865 in Galveston, Texas, and officially announces that enslaved people in Texas were free. Now, the Civil War ended in April. General Granger arrived in June, which means some people in Texas were still putting in that extra work for about 2 months after the war ended.
To be clear, they had them working after school for free?
Imagine.
The idea that freedom was announced and everything was fine right away is a fantasy. We have an expert with us tonight to discuss the significance.
Dr. Willowbrook, can you walk us through the legacy of Juneteenth?
Absolutely. But first, has anyone seen my Juneteenth on my personal calendar? Because someone in this building keeps moving my lunch reservation, and I know it wasn't me.
The holiday? Let's talk about the holiday.
Right, yes. The point is freedom. On paper and freedom in practice are 2 different things. That gap is actually why we still celebrate this and remember and still work towards equality for everyone. Also, the printer on the 3rd floor is still broken. I've been waiting since October. I'm mentioning it on Now Live Television now.
Which brings us seamlessly to our next story.
In local news, the end of the year is upon us, and we have been very busy. First up, Field Day. Traditionally, Bsnbcs holds 2 separate field days, one for lower school, one for middle school. This year, we're all together, all ages, all grades, one field, and one barbecue, and one extremely long water fight line. Our correspondent is on the scene. How was it?
What's up, y'all? It's Miss Cruz here. So, I don't know if y'all saw that, but There's something going on here. So we got the park out here full of lower school and middle school kids. We got the games going over there. We got the bubbles over there going. We also have 100% food because we like being big bags. But I don't know about you, but we definitely got some water fights going on right now. So I know that I'm ready for some water, but I'm hot. Let me go find some kids. Hold on. Oh, wait. I got my jacket. I'm back, y'all.
Games, food, togetherness. The turnout was tremendous. The barbecue was excellent. And almost everyone went home happy. The ones who didn't were just hot.
Next up, prom. Prom was a night to remember. The space was decorated beautifully for an evening under the stars. And our students? Let's just say some of us had never seen these children in formal wear before. We did not know what we were missing. We simply did not know. They came dressed to impress, and they were impressed. I won't name names, but one young man arrived in a suit that made 3 staff members stop and go, is that the same kid? Yes, same kid. Apparently the hoodie was a choice, not a limitation. For many of our students, this was a great opportunity to see how they clean up. And let's just say they cleaned up very, very well.
8th grade graduation. One of the most important events we hold here at Bsnbcs. This is the final farewell to our 8th graders. Some of these students have been here since kindergarten. We watched them go from, I can't tie my shoes, to, I can't believe I have to leave. The pride in that room. You could see it on every parent's face. Beaming, just beaming. The parents cried. Most of the kids were fine. It's always the parents who are not fine. To every 8th grader, we are so proud of you. Now please go and grow. And maybe come back and visit when you're famous. We'll act like we always knew.
You don't promise something. Let's talk about the 5th grade dance. The theme was Spring and Greatness, or as I personally chosen to rename it, Paris and Springtime, which is ambitious for 5th grade. But you know, they pulled it off. Pastels, florals. One student arrived in what can only be described as full French countryside energy, and I respect it enormously. The commitment to the theme was unmatched. Good job, guys. The students danced, they ate, they had a genuinely great time. The decorations? That was beautiful. The vibes were immaculate. Paris could never.
And now, we're over the rainbow. Kindergarten graduation. Our youngest graduates were dressed in white, symbolizing the purity and innocence of this tender age. They sang, they danced. They also waved at their parents mid-song, forgot the words, started a separate conversation with a friend on stage, and then somehow stuck the landing anyway. You know, whatever they do is going to be cute anyways. Aww. They know who they are. Congratulations to our kindergartners. The innocence of this age is real, is precious. And speaking on behalf of the entire staff, we are going to miss the moment you get to 2nd grade.
In sports news, New York is having quite a week. The Knicks are in the NBA Finals. Let that sink in. The last time they made it this far, it was 1999. Shoot, I was born in 1999. That's 27 years ago. Most of your parents were kids. They took care of the Atlanta Hawks with a 4-2 series lead, swept Philadelphia, swept Cleveland, and now they're facing the San Antonio Spurs. And here's the wild part. The last time the New York Knicks were in the NBA Finals, they played against the San Antonio Spurs and lost. So this isn't just a championship series. It's a rematch 27 years in the making. Madison Square Garden is electric. The whole city is buzzing. Between the World Cup and the Knicks, New York might actually be the center of sports of the universe right now. Don't sleep on this one.
Something massive is happening outside of our doors right now, and we're not talking about the construction on the corner of 82 Lewis. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is here in New York City. This week, think about the biggest sports moment you've seen. Now multiply that by every country on earth. That's what we're dealing with right now. The World Cup is happening once every 4 years, and every country on the planet, 48 of the very best teams earn their spot, like France, Brazil, England, Germany, and Japan. We're all competing. One trophy, one winner, and here's the mind-blowing number. Over 3 billion people watch the World Cup. 3 billion, that's nearly half of every single person alive on Earth today, glued to the same sport at the same time.
Congratulations to all our Bsnbcs teams for their hard work, your effort, and most of all, your bulldog spirit.
Hello.
Right.
Let's go, Bulldogs!
Hi, this is Miss Patrick, and I'm coming to you in the field. We're going to show some love today and surprise some teachers, make them smile with some opportunities for students to show love. So come on. Give this to the teacher who you think is the funniest. Thank you. Give this to the teacher who you think dresses nice. Oh. Give this to the teacher who always has snacks.
Give this to the teacher who loves what they do.
Now for Almost Weather with LRB.
Let's take a look at this week's weather forecast, which apparently appears to have been created by a confused toddler with access to a thermostat. Today we're looking at a high of 108 degrees. It's seriously hot, people. And it's 1,000% humidity, or maybe just 94%. It's going to feel the same. Either way, you'll feel like you're slowly being steamed into a chicken dumpling or something. Our low tonight will be 29 degrees because Mother Nature has apparently decided to spin the big whatever wheel. The sun rose this morning at 5:24 a.m., but did any of you see it? I don't think so. But it will set tonight at 8:30, giving you over 15 hours, everyone, to question your life choices and ask yourself whether or not you pack both your sunscreen as well as your winter coat. This is your forecast, and I'm Lisa Renee Brown, your Chief People Officer. Back to the news.
And finally, we can confirm today is the last day of school.
2 full months of summer.
Relaxing, fun, no homework, no early mornings. No, did you bring your permission slip? Because where we're going, there are no permission slips.
We want to hear from the people.
On the count of 3, let's hear it for the last day of school.
1, 2, 3.
That's all for Bsnbcs End of the Year Update. I'm Miss Samuel.
I'm Mr. Murdaugh. Have a great summer, everyone. Remember, we were only pretending to be journalists. Good night.